The process of creating a Horcrux involves ripping apart the soul by committing a crime as evil as murder. This involves a huge amount of energy and results in an unstable soul. We know Voldemort had already ripped his soul into 7 pieces, but as the Horcruxes were being destroyed, why didn't he create more? As Dumbledore explained to Harry, Voldemort believed the number 7 was a magical number, and was not aware that Harry himself had accidentally become a Horcrux. Voldemort was always aware of the magical theory that parting a soul in 2 was damaging enough, and suspected that going above his theoretical magical number could ironically kill him, and given his reasoning for creating the Horcruxes in the first place, killing himself would be the last thing he would have wanted. When Harry turned up alive and Neville beheaded Nagini, it was too late. At that point, all of Voldemort's opponents were under Harry's protective sacrifice spell, and couldn't be killed. And there was a battle that Voldemort couldn't take time out from, given that the plan depended on him killing Harry again then and there. The first notification that Voldemort had of the destruction of his Horcruxes was the break-in at Gringotts. Now at that point, the diary, the ring and the locket had all been destroyed, without his knowledge. After tricking Horace Slughorn, Voldemort knew that no one would ever come close to knowing that he had the knowledge of Horcruxes, let alone the possibility of creating one. He thought he had escaped everyone's eyes, and the truth is he almost got away with it. Had it not been for the foolishness of Lucius Malfoy, who tried to use Tom Riddle's diary to create havoc at Hogwarts, no one would have ever suspected that Horcruxes were the culprit. Voldemort couldn't foresee that Dumbledore and Harry would willingly sacrifice themselves to destroy the Horcruxes, because as we know, Voldemort was absolutely terrified of death, and would do anything to prevent it. So someone else risking their life to destroy the Horcruxes wouldn't have even entered his mind as a possibility. He didn't even think that anyone would ever discover the Horcrux system in the first place. Voldemort truly thought he was invincible. Voldemort was unprepared for any such invasion, and even when he knew about it, he was confident enough to cover the Wizarding World in darkness before all his Horcruxes could be destroyed. Also, after Dumbledore's death, Voldemort was overconfident that he would be able to escape death once and for all. Voldemort's obsession with power forced him to choose only noteworthy items as potential Horcruxes. By the time he found out that the Horcruxes were at risk and being destroyed, it was too late, as he had no access to any noteworthy items, and he couldn't risk turning another living thing like Nagini, since they were notoriously vulnerable and unreliable to survive. The wand that Voldemort was using during the Battle of Hogwarts was refusing to accept his dominance. And as such, Voldemort would have believed that casting a spell to create another Horcrux would ultimately fail. Right up to his last hour, Voldemort believed that he was winning, or that he had already won. When the Avada Kedavra curse backfired when he tried to kill baby Harry, Voldemort's soul was ripped again to form an 8th fragment, which lodged itself in Harry's body. Because Voldemort had split his soul so many times, it resulted in an immensely weak soul, which could be sustained only by consuming unicorn's blood. The 1/8 fragment of Voldemort's soul was so unstable that if it was split even one more time through the creation of another Horcrux, that Voldemort risked destroying his entire body. This lack of stability was clearly seen in Voldemort's physical features as they continue to deteriorate, as his features transformed to more of a snake-like appearance.